start by saying Happy New Week. Last week, market just actually played out just the way I said it was gonna play. So we didn't really take so much trades last week. So this week, what we're expecting? Or let me just give a quick recap of what just happened in the market or what I was expecting in the market, right? So in the market, last week I was saying I was expecting to see price actually buy up here, which we did. We took profit, we sold, took profit. Then around this area, price started acting up. So I said I was expecting to see price pull back and sweep out liquidity around this area, right? So I said I was expecting to see price because we sold from this point. I guess I had to clear the chart, but let's see. I still have some scrubs of little fragment of the chart actually. Okay, so this is what I was saying. This was the trade, or these were the trades. We took trades from here to this point. We sold, took trade, sold, took trades. So I said I was expecting to see price actually sweep out liquidity of this around this area, which we did around here with an inducement, right? Market just swept out liquidity. Mind you, I also said I was expecting to see price even sweep out all this liquidity. I said it in one of my videos. You guys can check here on YouTube or check on any of my social media platforms, Instagram, or even on the Telegram channel. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Price actually just gave us an inducement. Now, I was anticipating a sell, quite alright, because we already took out this liquidity, but then we still had liquidity resting around this area, right? Still had liquidity resting around this area that was not taken out. Price only swept out liquidity around here, right? Of those people that were selling, right? So pretty much I still knew that I still had it in mind that price needs to actually still go back up and sweep out liquidity properly before we start selling, right? So which we did here. And reason why I was anticipating these markets to move in this direction was because of NFP. We had NFP on Friday, which I was actually anticipating price to stall to build liquidity pool, then we buy. Right now I was anticipating we just activate here and buy. As you guys can see, price actually swept out our take profit already, because I was anticipating price to actually sweep out these guys, to be very honest, and price actually just did played out just the way I was anticipating it, right? So what are we expecting this new week? I guess that is the important part you guys have been anticipating. So what am I expecting to see this new week? Okay, so since we've swept our liquidity properly around here, it won't be bad if we see price start moving up a little bit, just a little bit, right? Then boom, to sell off. So we might see this sell off happen maybe Wednesday. So we just want to sweep our liquidity a little bit, right? Sweep our liquidity, and you guys can see that there's an imbalance around here, right? You guys can see that there's an imbalance here. So this imbalance needs to be filled to some extent, right? So I want to see price buy up a little, then we start selling. That's for gold. I won't be surprised to see us sell off even down to this area. Reason because we have liquidity also resting around this area. We have liquidity resting around this area, right? Around this area, around these areas like this. We have liquidity resting around below these areas, which for those of you that actually know me and has been following me, you guys will know I always say this thing: wherever liquidity is resting, that's where the market tends to tap into first. So that's the principle I want to see play out this week. Now, for those of you that actually like to ask questions like what strategy actually works, to be very sincere, for those of you that also don't know me, this is just me telling my own thing. every strategy works, and just depending on how you use it to your own advantage. So for those of you that trade trend line, you guys can see that there's a break of what do you guys call it even? There's a break of the trend, right? So you guys can see it has broken, so we want to get a retest, right? This is just to show you that every strategy works. Now I don't trade all those regular strategy out there. I trade my own strategy, and I've actually come to gain experience. In fact, my years of experience, I had to craft out a strategy that works for me, and I feel comfortable, and it has been working for me for years right now, and I've been profitable. I've been making so much money from the market. So if you're interested in actually learning my own strategy or learning how to trade right, it's one thing to learn how to trade, it's another thing to learn how to trade right and actually trade, use it to your own advantage. Feel free to actually send a DM. And mind you, learning from me is not mandatory. You can actually be in my community and still benefit regardless. So the goal is just to be profitable. So you can also just join my my Telegram channel, and where I call out signals and send out daily forecast, even here on YouTube. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, guys, do well to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and also drop a comment so I know you guys are actually enjoying contents like this. So back to what I was saying. Now this shows that every strategy works. It just depends on how you use it and if you're using it to your own advantage or not, right? So now you guys that trade trendline will see that this guy has broken, right? Has broken what's the name? The trend. So and it has changed direction. So you guys will be waiting for a pullback, right? So that's what you guys call break and retest, right? So you've seen the break, you're waiting for a retest. That's what I'm anticipating this week. Also to show you people another thing that actually works. For those that trade support and resistance, you guys will see that around this area that I said there's an imbalance. You guys will see that, okay, let me do it like this. Price went up, came back down here, right? It broke, so we're trying to retest still. So I guess I'm just showing you guys a few things. Pretty much no much thing to do on gold. I'm just waiting for a pullback. If I get an opportunity to either buy or sell, I'm gonna be dropping it in my Telegram channel, and so my Telegram community, my members are actually gonna benefit from it. So if the market should open with a decline, right? Let's just say we see something like this. The market just opens, and we see something like this. We see something like this. We see something like this. And like this, right? So take for instance, we have this kind of open market push. I will just have to chill, right? Because I know at some point we are actually gonna do this. At some point we're actually gonna do this. Right, at some point we're gonna do this, so I'm gonna wait. So I'm gonna wait because I'll actually have to wait. So I'll wait for price to, mind you, this is just because I know that the market might end up doing this, so I'll just have to wait. And if I get an opportunity, why not? By all means, I'm going to feast on it. So we might just be seeing the market do something like this, then sorry, let me give one more. Right, so it's gonna give like either a gravestone or a morning star. So we might see this. this is just me trying to anticipate what I'm expecting in the market. So we might see this. Now I don't know if it's making more sense now to you people. So okay, let me change the colors. Then we'll do this with let me do this green like this, or rather. So this is what we might be anticipating in the market this week. Just see for my price actually tap into this guy and start selling off. So I'm just still gonna wait. And for those of you, okay, if you even use your fib, right? If you use your fib, you'd see it's still within the 50%, right? Now the 50% is just basically your golden, whatever you guys call it. I don't know what's called, but I know you guys call it golden something. So, but those of you that use your fib, you would see it's still around the 50% zone, and it's the golden. I don't know, but yeah, for the you should understand. So I'm anticipating to see price actually sell off even down to this area. Sorry, even down to this area, right? I'm expecting price to come even down to this area here. So that's what I'm expecting to see price, because we need to sweep out liquidity here. So even if price just sells, I'll wait for a pullback. Yes, I'll wait for a pullback, then we'll continue. So what other pair should I be looking out for? GBP/USD. Right, GBP/USD. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? So GBP/USD, what am I expecting now? All this thing is subject to if we have any news this week. Right. This is subject to if we have any news this week. Okay. So GBP/USD got into this point. It did not break this low. So I was anticipating to see a buy, but I mean it didn't get to our zone. So let me take it out. I was expecting price to actually come up from here to this point before we sell off into this area, but then this didn't work out. But it didn't activate, so it's just a trade that was just there. So what am I expecting? Let's look at what just happened. Let's look at what just happened in the market. Did I just hear me? Don't mind me, guys. So okay. So wow. This is looking like, oh wow, okay. Let me see. I don't like, there's so much noise in this market, in this on my chart rather. So I'll rather clear it, or let me use a different broker. Let me see. Let me clear everything. Alright, so I guess this is a clean chart. So okay, this is looking still bullish, but then this is looking still bullish. So we'll look at it like this. We have our weekly low here. Let me indicate it. I just like to indicate it so I know what to expect, and come to start with, this is how I just use in analyzing the market, right? we have this. This is not looking straight. This is not looking straight. Sorry. Okay. All right, let's see. All right. So this is a weekly low. And what do we have next? We have this weekly high around here, right? We have a weekly high. So let me do it like this, weekly high. Now we've seen that there's a weekly high, there's a weekly low, right? For me, how do I know a valid trend, right? I just need to see two highs and two lows, either a bearish or a bullish. So I need to see, for instance, if we are bullish, I need to see something like this: high number one, high number two, right? Two highs, two lows. So we have high number one, high number two, low number one, low number two. Valid to me, right? That is just, I'm just trying to give you guys little just a crash course, let me, if I would call it that, right? So I can't really say this market is bearish, only if it's gonna change its direction short term, right? Because we already have low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, equal or relative equal rather, higher high, this low, while waiting for a high. Yes, so for me, I've been waiting for a pullback, little pullback. So let's go down to, now we've spotted out a weekly high and low. Let's go down to the daily time frame. Now if you guys look at it very well, we'll see that something magical happened here, right? Something magical happened here. So, and now we have a pull. I'm expecting a pullback because we already broke structure here. We already broke structure, right? We broke structure. Now we broke structure around here. So when you break structure, what are you expecting? Little pullback, then continuation. Now there's a difference between break of structure and change of character. I have the video somewhere on my YouTube. You can just check it out. Difference between break of structure and change of character. I have it on YouTube here. You can just search for it, and boom, you're going to see it. So difference between break of structure and change of character. Break of structure is the continuation. Change of character is basically changing direction of the market. So we have something like this. This is going to be a break of structure because it is a continuation. Now in a case where we have something like this, now we have this guy, we have this, and we have this. This is no longer, this is now a break of a change of character, right? So I'm going to give you break of structure, right? Change of character. Change of character. Now we now have this guy do something like this. We can now call this a break of structure because it's continued downwards. I don't know if you guys get. So but yeah, I'm not trying to give a full lecture, so I don't make this video very lengthy and it's not boring to watch, since I won't be editing it. And so yeah, back to what I was saying, we also have this guy. So if you check it very well, around this area we have, sorry, like I was saying, let's go down to the 4 hours. So around this area we have have a fair value gap, right? We have a fair value gap around this area. So what happens next? Since we have a fair value gap, now you guys should not really think that this price market might actually go down to this extent. And even if it does, it's still fine. You get, it's still fine because it's still in line with what's happening. Because right now we have high, low, high. Now this is not really a solid high because we have liquidity resting, right? So I can say this is high, low, high, or waiting for low. And even if it's this, let's say we have 1, 1, 2, right? I would rather pick this one. So if markets will come down here, 2, right? Because the gap between this and this is not so much, so I don't really fancy it like that. So I'd rather pick this one, and even if price comes down back to this place, from here to this place, it's still fine. And we're anticipating this. So we have 2 highs now. We're anticipating 2 lows. This is not going to be counted as a low yet because there was a change of character. So for me, short term, I'll be anticipating a sell on Gbpusd short term. Now if you look at it from the internal time frame, you guys will see that we have something like what's it called? We have something like a triple top, 1, 2, 3, right? So what am I anticipating? Short term I want to sell, right? Short term I want to sell because I'll be let's say I'll be waiting for price. Okay, since we've gotten to this place, since price has already swept out little liquidity here, I'm waiting for price. Even if we do something like this is subject to how the market opens and what kind of news we have. So market might actually choose to just do this, right, and not do this. It is still fine. So me, I'm just saying short-term sell, a bullish continuation. So depends on when the market opens and how it opens. This is still 10:46 West African time, WAT, 10:46 WAT, 7th of December 2025, right? So I'll be anticipating, let's just say the market opens with a gap around here. I'm comfortable risking, let's say 20 pips, right? Comfortable risking 20 pips, then boom. This is a decent 1 to 5, right? If we get this and we kickstart the day like this, sorry, what's wrong with my throat? If we get this and a decent 1 to 5, I mean, it's a good way to actually kickstart the week. So I'll have to chill. I really have to chill and wait for the market to open. But this is just a forecast, a weekly forecast. So what next? Euro USD is similar to this, so we'll be seeing short-term sell and long-term buys on Euro USD actually. Okay, now so Euro USD might actually choose to just, oh wow, I'm seeing something different. So we might just see come back down, boom, and buy, right? For Euro USD, it's similar to it. Now for those people that trade chart patterns, you would see that this market has already given us more like a W formation, right? A W formation. So we might see this and boom. So let me show you. This me spotting out all these things just to show you that every strategy works, all depending. I've shown you trend line, those that trade trend line. I've shown you those that trade chart patterns. Now candlestick patterns also. Let me see if I'll spot out any candlestick. See this guy, it's like a gravestone, right? It has this like a gravestone. It's like these three candles here is like a gravestone, right? Or what we call evening star, right? This 1, 2, 3 is like what we call evening star, right? Or shooting, is it shoot? Yeah, shooting star. Sorry, either a shooting star or evening star, right? Or better still, what is it? This is like, okay, this 1, 2, 3 evening star or shooting star. It all simply just shows us how the market is going to react. So now on this guy we have this one is a little bit clear that we're going bearish. So for Euro USD we might just see a slight push to the upside. We might just see price do something like this for us, right? Then boom, yes, we might see this happen, just and boom, that's what we might be anticipating for Euro USD. So I'll just wait for an opportunity. If I see the opportunity, we'll jump in on it. What else? This video is getting longer than I expected or I wanted. Let me see. BTC, for those that trade crypto or have crypto as an investment, or that actually have it as part of the things they are holding, assets that they hold, should be selling right now. Okay, good. So I've been anticipating this guy. At first I was expecting it to come here, which it did, and boom, it came back. Let me take this guy off. So I actually anticipated price to actually come back up into this area before we continue selling, but then this is crypto, so you just take profit when you need to. For those of you that leverage, if you leverage like me and if you also hold assets like me, fine. So for me, this guy is still gonna keep selling, right? It's still gonna keep selling. We are gonna sell a long way. We're gonna sell a long way. To be very sincere, we're gonna sell a long way. But then I'm trading what I see, not what I feel, right? So in other words, I'm not married to a single bias. I can be fluid and just actually be dynamic. Rather, dynamic is the word, and just choose to switch. Yeah. So what else? What other pair? I guess that'll be all for now. Every other thing will be sent out to the Telegram channel. Please, if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. I have actually been consistent in all this analysis and all. And if you guys have been following me, you'll see I actually keep my results out there public. Both my wins, both my losses, right? I keep it out there public, and everybody sees that, okay, I'm very transparent and all. You need a transparent person like me. Do well to help me grow my community. Do well to join my community. Let's make money together. I am not actually my goal basically is just to grow a community of profitable traders all around the world, not just Africa, right? So US, UK, Canada, like everywhere around the world, please. My goal is just to make so much money alongside with my community members. It's one thing for me to make money, and it's another thing for me to be profitable. But it's a big joy to be profitable alongside with people around me, and I want you guys to be to be a part of those people around me that are actually going to be profitable. So this can only be done through your help, right? So do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at prince_echo2, and also do well to join my Telegram channel. The link will be in the description of this video. Do just feel free to send in a comment. I'll be looking out. If you want me to analyze any pair for you, please indicate it in the comment section also. And I guess that'll be all for now. So you already know, guys. Echo is active. Cheers. Cheers. Ooh, wow.